participating in the icebreaker. I now have the opportunity to introduce our guest speaker, bring remarks on behalf of the ministry, Honorable S.O.B. Roberts. He is our Parliamentary Secretary for the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources. He's a member of Parliament for Southern Shores, and yesterday he spoke in the House of Assembly in reference to the overall ministry of the importance of our Ministry of the Environment and Natural Resources. And so we are happy to have him here today, and we want to welcome him as he's able to now bring remarks on behalf of our ministry. Please join me in welcoming Parliamentary Secretary Roberts. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. It's interesting hearing some of the person's fun facts when they spoke about their past or their history. It's interesting for me, growing up, I always loved nature myself. And growing up in the bush, in caves, swimming in the ocean, as well as lakes. So when I was given the opportunity to be appointed to this ministry, I was very, very receptive to it because it brought back so many memories on so many different levels. But it'll be great to learn far more in depth on the aspects, all aspects of the Ministry of Environment, particularly the forestry. Good morning to distinguished guests and colleagues, representatives for the government agencies, non-government organizations, private sector, academia, community partners, and all stakeholders gathered here today. On behalf of the Honorable Minister, Zane Lightbourne, Minister of Environment and Natural Resources, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this historic Inception Workshop for the development of the Bahamas, the first National Mangrove Management Plan. Today marks a significant milestone not only for the forestry unit, but for our nation as a whole. The fact that we have brought together such a diverse group of experts, practitioners, policymakers, community representatives, and conservation partners demonstrates the importance of the task before us, that we share a national responsibility. We have all safeguarded one of our country's most valuable resources. Mangroves are far more than trees growing along our coastlines. They are natural infrastructure. They protect our communities from storm surges and coastal erosion, provide critical nursery habitats for commercially imported fish species, support biodiversity, improve our water quality, capture and store carbon, and contribute significantly to the livelihoods and the well-being of Bahamians throughout our archipelago. For our nation, such as the Bahamas, comprised of low-lying islands and surrounded by the ocean, healthy mangroves ecosystems are not simply as an environmental asset, they are a national necessity. As the government agency responsible for the management and protection of the mangrove resources, the Forestry Unit recognizes both the opportunities and the challenges associated with ensuring a long-term sustainability. While many important conservation efforts have taken place across the country, this National Mangrove Management Plan represents our first coordinated national framework for the management, restoration, protection, monitoring, and sustainable use of the mangrove ecosystem throughout the Bahamas. This plan is not intended to sit on the shelf. It is being designed as a practical roadmap that will guide decision-making and support policy development, strengthen management actions, improve stakeholder coordinations, and ensure that the future generations inherit healthy and resilient mangrove ecosystem. Importantly, this initiative comes at a critical time for our country as we continue to face increasing pressures from climate change, stronger storm, sea level rises, coastal development, and habitat degradation. At the same time, the Bahamas has positioned itself as a global leader in innovative conservation financing through the Bahamas Debt Conversion Project. The development of the National Mangrove Management Plan directly supports the objectives of this landmark initiative. Through the debt conversion project, our nation has committed to strengthening the conservation outcomes and enhancing the ecosystem resilience and protecting our natural capital. Mangroves play a central role in achieving these goals. The Forestry Unit is proud to be a key partner in this effort. Through this management plan, we have the opportunity to align national conservation priorities with local needs, scientific knowledge, traditional understanding, and the international commitment. More importantly, we have an opportunity to create a framework that delivers real and measurable benefits for our people, for our economy, and our environment. However, the success of this plan cannot rest with Forestry Unit alone. The expertise gathered in this room represents decades of experience across multiple sectors. Your insight, your recommendations, your lessons learned, and perspectives will be essential in shaping the management plan. That is practical, inclusive, science-based, and responsive to the realities of the Bahamas. Today, therefore, not merely the beginning of a planning exercise, it is the beginning of a national conservation above how we value, manage, and invest in our mangroves ecosystems for generations to come. I encourage each of you to engage openly and constructively throughout this workshop challenge. Challenge assumptions, share ideas, identify opportunities, help us build a plan that reflects the collective knowledge and aspirations of our country. Together, we have an opportunity to create something truly transformative, a management framework that strengthens our conservations, supports our sustainable development, enhances climate resilience for future Bahamian mangroves. On behalf of the Forestry Unit, I thank you for your participation, your commitment, and your willingness to contribute to this important national initiative. I look forward to the discussions ahead and to the successful development of the Bahamas and the first National Mangrove Management Plan. Thank you, and I wish you a productive and engaged workshop.